Hi, everyone. I hope everyone is having a pleasant weekend. Really, to be honest with you, psychoanalyzing Friday stock market session would be pointless. The NASDAQ pulled back, basically was flat overall on lower volume. The New York Stock Exchange volume was slightly higher, but basically flat. Still up on the day, so not bad. But the reversal off the highs is something, that you want to watch. But look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight days of pocket pivot point buy signals. Never seen that before, so that's kind of interesting. I still don't think that that's necessarily bullish as we work into overbought levels here, as we've been up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 out of 15 sessions. With basically the market not doing that much during any of those sessions. So keep an eye out for a potential reversal. If the S&P 500 can actually break out and close at a new high, along with the spider on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, that would be bullish for the big caps. But overall, the Russell 2000, in my opinion, we're just biding time to that 50 and 200-day moving average can kiss. If that happens and then we then get a breakdown in price, I'm hammering this market with my short positions anywhere from 5 to 10%. I will take, especially if we move sideways here and that 5200 kiss each other and then we break down. I'm going to push it on the short side. I have no fear that we are near a top. Not necessarily saying that we're going to go into a bear market or have a 20% correction, but no matter what, I believe that we got to go below the 200-day moving average, especially with the way that our volume's shaping up. Look at all those big red bars since the beginning of 2014, and look at your little green bars a la 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012 QE environment. Here's a monthly chart of the NASDAQ. You can see now that volume's coming back in. Once again, it's on the negative side, and the NYSE volume still nowhere to be found at all, as we continue to lose volume every year following the bottom in 2009. So market really is just what it is. It's in no man's land. I wouldn't really go one way or the other. We are still under a sell signal because the Russell 2000 NASDAQ, where the leading stocks are, look terrible right now. Some items that I will go over one by one as I see here. Gill. So, I have bad luck. Never really had good luck my entire trading career. Skill is what did the first 12 years that made me extremely successful, be able to live on Maui and do this for a living. The last 8 years, not so much. Welcome to trend following in a QE environment. I go long earnings winners like ABB, or I go long ABB right before earnings, get lucky, but that kind of action happens. Whenever I do pick a stock that I like that does have earnings a day before that I definitely want to buy, and I don't buy it, this is what happens. So Gill is an earnings winner. This is one that we'll be watching to see if it can pull back base and then break out and go higher. So GIL will be watching. We'll go into the intraday charts really quick after this. SWKS continues to be an earnings winner that I have on watch. Buy stops will now be placed this weekend. However, if the market breaks down and starts to trend lower, buy stops will be removed. Also, SMCI is another one that I want to buy on the breakout. This is another earnings winner. And another stock that I'm watching for a breakout. Earnings are in June, so it's a little ways away. But Tata Motors is really coiling here. If Tata can break out, great. If the market breaks down, I'm not worried about it. I just wanted to bring up some stocks that I'm watching and putting buy stops on for breakouts. And then the other earnings winner that or two more, Win. Win is an earnings winner, and if you look at LVS, if you look at MPEL, you look at Marriott right there. That's not really Haraz. Ah, man. Oh, well. My brain just right now knows that these are the three that I like the best. LVS, MPEL, and then WYNN, Win Holdings. If Win can continue to work on a right side of the base out and break out, and if I see LVS and MPEL continue to do so, that's a potential long later on. Also, WPRT, big earnings winner, huge volume. And here's one I didn't play intraday, but now we can go to the intraday charts. I want to show you what I'm talking about whenever we do play these. So whenever you have an earnings winner, normally in the morning you have a big move up, and what you want to look for is support. So here we had support back here in between 10 and 11 a.m. We rallied off that support, and then when we got down here, we really couldn't break back below. This is where long entries then are made on earnings winners. And as you can see, it worked well. Pulled back here, held the breakout level. Once again, around here, you can see volume drying up. If you have level 2, you could have seen it, brother breakout. Once again, pulls back here, holds after the heavy volume, starts to work its way higher. You can buy the breakout there. And then once again, you can see how stocks aren't breaking here. You can buy at the 16 level and buy it on a breakout higher. So that is one stock that I'll be watching. Also, SWKS, want to show you that one, what it looks like right now. You can start to see that what you can do is you can build a line right across here, a breakout above that line, you get long. WYNN with the earnings winner. I want to see this stock pull back before I go into it, but once again, after an earnings winner, you get the pullback here, you get the reversal, you start to move higher, and as you can see right here, let's go back to a 1 minute chart if I can. Yeah, you want to get it on these support levels. Whoa, you want to get it on these support levels. As you can see, just based along here, so long around the 218.50 level, get it off there, and as it moves higher, you are good to go. So those are the ones in TTM intraday. Let's see, let's do that one, or control 5. There we go. There's a 30-minute chart. So you can see how that one's coiling. What you could do is you can draw a downward trend line around here. If it breaks out on heavy volume, you can go. But also want to show that besides that, GIL, that's it. That's the other earnings winner that I wanted to look at. So GIL, let's get back to a 1 minute chart. Excuse me, right there. So you can see it's the earnings winner. Pulls back to the open, holds the open, and starts to rise again. That can be your first buy signal. If you're not good with that, you can see as it builds support here, these aren't really buyable in between 10 and 11 a.m. But from 11, you start to see it base out here, find support there, and here, by find support here, volume dries up, and you don't have any sellers. This is another area where you can go long and take GIL if you think that GIL is going to continue to work higher. Here is another level that you can get GIL, 54.92 here at the end of the day. Now, my problem with GIL short term is look at that final bar on this chart. Big sell-off on big volume. So if you played GIL, buying at the support and selling based on the close, you would want to get rid of half if you're short-term trading based on that close, and then hold the half and see how it reacts. Watt was a recent example also, which was a more dangerous pick just because of how thin it was, but we had the Seeking Alpha play on it. Let's try to do a function 3. Nope, nope, nope. Control 3. There we go. 5 minute chart. So we got the news of Watt that it was going to be a Seeking Alpha article potentially coming out on it. You can see as it based here around the 1160 area, it starts to rally. Then it gets here around the 1215 area, finds support, can't go much lower, starts to break out at 1240, 1235 area. You get long, you sell half by the end of the day. The article did come out, nothing happened to it, so overall I would call Watt really not a successful pump and dump play, but that is a recent one. Besides that, though, there really isn't. My favorite one, like I said, was WPRT. That was the best one intraday for me for an earnings winner. We do have one sell. I know this is a long video, but I wanted just to do those extra things because short-term trading is becoming a bigger part of my repertoire in this non-trend following environment. DXP was a recent long. It worked immediately after we went long. However, it's retracing all of those gains, closing at 109.55 below the 110.01 open. That is now therefore a 50% sell because DXP has earnings coming up, I believe on the 7th or 8th or 9th or whatever. And then PSA is a 75% sell, not a 100% sell because the intraday reversal, preventing a close below the 50-day moving average, keeps it above the low day of the signal date and the open of the signal date. That's a double whammy. So it's still technically trending higher. So it's a 75% sell, and that's that. The only possible long on an end-of-day basis is Brazil, EWZ. However, if you look back at the stocks ETFs on watch, you'll see EWZ at the beginning of the list right here on 318 and also on 320. You can see that there were no pocket pivot point sell signals in between the first buy signal in February to those breakouts above the 50-day moving average on strong volume. So that was your real strong buy signal in Brazil. It's moved up very nicely. It's consolidating and breaking out again. However, being up 3% in one day is a lot for me. I find it hard to buy this index up 3% because that's just a ton in one day. So if you want to, you can put limit orders at 48, and if you get filled, you can be long Brazil. I just don't think that we're really in for that much upside. LinkedIn is another stock breaking down, also convincing me that this market still isn't healthy. And if you look at TBT, looking at yields, something isn't quite right out there. All right, everyone, have a great weekend. Aloha.